Hello classmates, my name is Hannah and today I'm going to be teaching you how to create a WebQuest. So what is a WebQuest? As you can see here on webquest.org, a WebQuest is an inquiry-oriented lesson format in which most or all of the information that learners work with comes from the web. So essentially it is an inquiry-based project or lesson in which the student uses the internet to conduct all of their research. WebQuests typically have 5 subheadings, which are the introduction, the task, the process, the evaluation, and the conclusion. And students can click on each subheading in order to work their way through the project. WebQuest also include a teacher page to assist the teachers in grading and implementing the project in their classroom, as well as a credits page to properly acknowledge all of the sources used. You can create a WebQuest in a variety of ways. From here we can go to create WebQuests, and there is a whole page dedicated to showing you how to create a WebQuest. So there are a lot of different formats that you can use. You can use Quest Garden, and they have some examples here that were created using Quest Garden, and then there are also a few others listed with examples as well. My preferred method is actually to use Google Sites, so I will show you how I do that. If you have an account with Google, you can access this. It's just sites.google.com, and you'll come over here and click on Create, and then you'll just select Blank Template. You have to give your WebQuest a name, and then whatever you name your WebQuest will be the URL. So that's probably going to be taken, so I'm going to go ahead and add a few more numbers in there. I'll just use my birthday. Okay. Okay. And okay, that's already taken. We'll just add a 1. Whoops, and try that. And then that takes just a minute to create. And now you're going to see a blank page, and you're going to create your WebQuest coming up here and clicking on the pencil to edit page. Or I'm sorry, forget that. You're gonna click on create page, and you are going to name your page. So the 5 subheadings, the first one is introduction. So we're going to start there and create. And then you would type all of your text here, and you can change the font, do the formatting, anything you need to do there, and you would continue to do that for all of the subheadings as well as the teacher page and the credits. I have created 2 WebQuests using Google Sites, so I'll go ahead and show you those. They both deal with the social studies because that is my specialization. This one is on the importance of voting. It's a WebQuest for 6th graders, and I have an introduction, and I have a video here, and the task just gives a little brief explanation of what they'll be doing. The process is the in-depth directions for how they will complete the project. So it tells them here they need to take this quiz, and it goes on to tell them what that information will be used for, and then what else they need to do, the final product, what that needs to look like, and all of that. That's going to be on your process page. Here is the evaluation page, which just includes a rubric so the student can see how he or she is going to be graded. We have the conclusion page, which just shows them that they're finished, and there should be an example here of what their final project should be. There's a teacher page with the CSOs outlined, as well as the answers to the quiz. And then you have the credits page, which just gives you the links to all of the information that's been used and the videos and images and things like that. So I will also show you the other one I've created, which is on the survivors of the Holocaust. This is a WebQuest for 9th graders. So we'll go to the introduction, just a little brief overview with a little video, task, tells them what they're going to do, process, gives them the detailed directions with links for their information that they'll need. This one is going to be completed as a group. And the evaluation page, a rubric, so they can check their work and see how they're going to be graded. And the conclusion page, letting them know that they have completed the project. The teacher page gives them the CSOs once again, and the credits. Okay. Very important to credit all the sources that are used. Okay, so as you can see, the WebQuests have a lot of advantages. In my opinion, I like that they present a goal from the beginning for the students to work toward. I believe that they foster creativity, because you can pretty much create them however you want. They also are good for collaboration, because like I showed you can do this as a group, with a partner, as an individual. That's all up to you. They're very versatile. You can customize them to be pretty much to fit any need. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be a lesson plan. You could do it for a training seminar. Pretty much any need that may arise, any topic, any subject. I think they're a great way to integrate technology into a lesson, as long as you are sure that every student is going to have the same access to the technology. So the internet access, computer access, that's all very important. I know when I did my student teaching, I was at a school where we had limited access to the computer lab. We could only get in there like once a week, so that was an issue. That's something you would definitely need to think about with these. But I think they're very handy to use in an online course, or like on a snow day. If you are sure, once again, that all of your students have computers at home, then you could give them a WebQuest to complete over the snow day, and then they can do that without you actually having to be there. Once a WebQuest has been completed and it's done correctly, you really don't need the instructor to be there. They can pretty much navigate through on their own. So that's another plus. They do have cons, like I mentioned. You have to make sure that your students have the access to the computers and the internet and all of that. If you reside in a low socioeconomic area, like many of the teachers in West Virginia do, you might run into issues with that. Also, it might pose a problem when you're working with the internet and doing searches and things like that. As if you're not very diligent, then your students could get off track and get distracted, so you'd have to make sure you're keeping them on the right page. But overall, I think they're really useful. I think they're fun for teachers and for the students. It's kind of like a game or an activity that you're working your way through. And in the past, when I've used them, they worked out really well, and everybody seems to really like them. So that is the end of this tutorial, and I hope you found that information useful. And if you ever want to create a WebQuest for your classroom, I hope this helps you out.